What's up, guys? It's Scar here from theScore eSports here with Zig. After a very quick series against TSM, 0-2, unfortunately. Uh, the good thing is the first game, I think, was one of the most competitive TSM early games that I've seen in the entire split. So you guys are the last place team. What happened that game to where you guys were able to compete with the very top?
I actually, I mean, Hanser just died a bunch, I guess. I wasn't really, like, I was kind of on the other side of the map, just, like, watching, so I wasn't really participating. I was part of, I guess, two times me and Elise, like, caught him. But, yeah, we just, like, the support and AD and jungle just caught him out, like, overextending in lane swap, so he just died for it and got punished.
Uh, Last week, Nori didn't show too well in his first week, but this week I thought he pressured extremely well, even both series. Was there anything that changed, or did he just end up gelling better after like a week with you guys?
Yeah, I think his first week he was obviously pretty nervous. I know he was just like adjusting to the stage, I guess, because he's literally like he didn't even play Challenger Series like any LAN events or anything like that. So I think yeah, his first week was a little rough, but yeah, this week I mean scrims have been going really well, so his confidence is definitely probably higher, and yeah, I think he played great too. So
The first game you ended up doing the Trundle Aurelia matchup. The Aurelia went 0-4, and then the next series they picked Aurelia again, and then you went Gnar and you ended up going 0-5. So normally I think of Gnar as a matchup which you lose against Aurelia unless like you get help. So what do you think about that matchup?
yeah, I think Nar definitely loses early. I think after levels, like I played that matchup. Well, actually, I didn't play that matchup specifically too much in scrims, but I played a lot of Nar in scrims, and like after winning one team fight, like Nar gets pretty oppressive. I think with items like with Mallet and one tank item, it's actually hard for because like if I really can't burst the Gnar before he hits Mega, then the Gnar can actually win that fight. And I think that's like most of the like losing the so-called losing matchups for Gnar. They kind of tilt like if he gets Mega and he gets levels and a bit of items. So it worked in scrims. Like I thought my Gnar play was good in practice, but some unfortunate things happened that game, and I got set really far behind, so I couldn't really do the same stuff that I did in practice.
Can you explain to me some of the stuff that happened in game two? Like I noticed that Gate went for an invade with the jungle that didn't work out, but a lot of the situations, like what made it differ so drastically from the first game, where if I'd showed you someone random out there the two games, they would have said that they were watching two different teams.
Yeah, I mean, I think I really screwed with our tempo in the 2v1. They crashed on the second wave bottom, and we had to crash on the third top, and they used TP for tempo, and then we were supposed to use TP for the second push for tempo, but then they just ended up matching us. Then I think we screwed up a lane assignment, and they just punished really hard. Yeah, we just like got screwed really hard in 2v1 that game. I think we just like I think in some of the split seconds we made the wrong decision, and they just took advantage of it. So yeah, I mean, I'd have to review it too. Like, the game from my perspective was just really depressing. I was like catching a side wave, die to TF, catching another side wave, die to TF again. Then my game's like pretty boom. Even if Irelia dies a few times, it's like I don't get enough farm to actually make to the mid game point where I think Gnar has a chance against Irelia. So yeah, it was really rough overall.
Typically, what I think a mark of a great team is consistency. Would you say that you guys are just lacking that kind of consistency right now?
Yeah, I think that's some consistency is like some I think that builds over time, and we're still relatively new. Like yeah, as you mentioned before, I think our team is still taking some time to gel and stuff. So I'd say inconsistency is one of our biggest faults for sure. Yeah, right now.
Okay, so last week you finally had your full roster in LCS. And so what's it been like playing, knowing that your roster is actually going to be the same throughout? Like you guys are at the very bottom of the standings. Like what's the goal for you guys? Are you guys looking to just stay in LCS? Are you guys aiming for that playoff pitch? Or are you guys looking to take each week one by one?
I'd say definitely the one by one. I think being 0-9 for the first half is definitely like pretty bad for us. No, we expected we didn't really have high expectations, I guess, and we had to play with subs and stuff, and like we were switching ads and stuff. But I think we have a good foundation for the second half of the split. Like 0-9 is pretty much as bad as it gets. There's only like we can only go up from here. I think practice has been feeling pretty good. Everyone's morale is still pretty good, even though we literally lost every week. So yeah, I think moving forward, like we still have high hopes, and I think we can end strong. Like we can finish the second half pretty well.
Uh, is it actually relieving to be in the underdog position sometimes? Because there's no expectations of the last place team, right? Like imagine you guys upset TSM and you guys 2-1 them or 2-0 them. You guys get like incredible acclaim. But if you guys lose, everyone's just like, well, they're expected to lose, right?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I personally enjoy being the underdog. I actually just like being in LCS compared to playing NACS in general. Like, I think, yeah, having. I mean, it sucks to like let our owners down every week because like we have like great infrastructure, everything's really nice, the ownership's super nice, the org is really great. So losing like from that perspective kind of blows, but yeah, I think being the underdog is definitely like it gives us a boost every week we go in because we know we're just trying to prove ourselves, and if we don't, it's not so bad. Still, we already lost the first half, but yeah, I think moving forward we're looking to end strong for the second half.
I have a kind of a strange question here. So a lot of the players on your team started as out as one trick players. So your support used to be an Azir player with who went Gangplank, who went Bard. Your jungle used to be only a Rengar player. You also used to be a Gangplank and Jace player. Like one or two main roles. What do you generally think about the idea of you should mastering just one champion over a period of time?
I think yeah, playing NA solo queue, it's not that competitive, so you can kind of like do whatever. Like I one trick Jace for like 2 seasons pretty much and just maintain like pretty high challenger. I think it helps with overall like game knowledge or like learning the game, I guess, at a higher level. If you are consistent, like if you play the same from the same perspective every game, then yeah, you'll learn like the more intricate and complex parts of the games faster, I guess. Like yeah, like the one tricks who are at high elo mostly like have decent game sense, but literally only know the mechanics of one champion. So yeah, I think it's pretty good for improving just playing one champion. But eventually, if you want to be a competitive player, you have to branch out for sure. So
Well, speaking about improvement, there's a lot of people out there who can name like your weaknesses. What do you guys think are your biggest strengths going into the second half of the split?
I'd say we're pretty like fearless. For the most part, like we're getting better at being proactive too. And yeah, I think our morale is just good. Like we feel like as a team, like for teamwork aspect, I think we're pretty good. Like no one hates each other or anything. I mean, as long as we're steadily improving, I think we'll definitely make it to the middle of the pack by the end of the split. So, and yeah, I guess that's also to answer your earlier question. Maybe our goal is middle of the pack because obviously number one is not reachable unless we have to make playoffs first, and then yeah, it's. I don't know if I answered that properly, but
No, you definitely did. Yeah, you definitely did. Is there anything at the very end that you want to say out to your fans out there? I know you don't think you have many, but I'm sure there are a lot of fans that you guys still have.
yeah, just thanks for all the support. P1 Fighting, thanks to all the sponsors, thanks to the org, and yeah, hopefully we can turn it around for the second split. And thanks, Scarra, for the interview.
The mentality of a world champion over here. It's been Scar here from theScore eSports. You can find more content online on our mobile app. Thank you guys. Hope you guys have a nice day.